In 2017, the Pentagon admitted it was investigating UFOs as real physical objects on Earth, backed by Navy videos of objects defying physics. Around the same time, the US Navy filed a series of bizarre patents. One outlined a craft that could shrug off inertia and perform fantastical maneuvers. Another promised a compact fusion device capable of producing virtually limitless energy. And a third described an electromagnetic field generator, powerful enough to nudge asteroids or create force fields. These weren't crazy people's ideas. They were official government patents tied to real experiments. This is the story of the Navy's most ambitious attempt to turn science fiction into reality that the public has ever been disclosed about. The US Navy filed the patent application for a craft using an inertial mass reduction device on April 28, 2016, later published on November 2, 2017. This patent was thought of because of the tic-tac witnessed in 2004. The object simply laughed at gravity, performing instant accelerations and turns that would crush any human. This ability to move without the crushing force of acceleration, zero resistance, is the ultimate dream of physics. It is the closest thing to true anti-gravity, and the Navy filed a patent for exactly that. The core idea of this inertial mass reduction device is to make a vehicle ignore the rules of motion. The device essentially manipulates the fabric of reality, reducing the craft's inertia, its resistance to movement. This means the craft could accelerate instantly, turn sharply, and potentially achieve speeds approaching or exceeding the speed of light. Furthermore, the patent documentation stated its theoretical ability to create a polarized vacuum would also eliminate friction, making it a blueprint for a hybrid aerospace undersea craft capable of extreme stealth and speed in any environment. This design imagines a vehicle that can work both as a spaceship and a submarine. Thanks to its special technology, it could move incredibly fast underwater without drag and avoiding detection by radar or sonar. It would glide smoothly through air, space, and water, surrounded by a protective energy bubble. This patent, based on the 2004 event of Tic Tac, was more than just about a new vehicle. They were a roadmap for rewriting science. Then the US Navy filed the patent application for the plasma compression fusion device on March 22, 2018, published on September 26, 2019. The plasma compression fusion device was designed as a revolutionary source of unlimited clean energy. It aimed to achieve controlled fusion power, the same reaction that powers the sun, but contained within a compact machine roughly the size of a truck. Its claimed output is staggering, generating power in the gigawatt to terawatt range, which is thousands of times more electricity than a typical nuclear reactor. Crucially, the patent claims the reaction would be self-sustained, effectively creating a small, limitless power source. Beyond its revolutionary energy potential, the device's secondary and more terrifying application lies in military technology. Internal Navy documents suggest the device could be modified into a space-time modification weapon. This suggests the ability to locally tear apart the structure of reality, a power so destructive that officials internally claimed it would make a hydrogen bomb seem more like a firecracker. The device, therefore, represented the alleged future of both energy dominance and radically new military technology. As the last bizarre patent came the Electromagnetic field generator, filed on July 24, 2015, granted on November 20, 2018. This invention describes a machine designed to create a sort of force field by manipulating energy at a very high level. The device could, in theory, push away or deflect dangerous objects in space, like asteroids heading toward Earth, without needing to physically crash into them or blow them up with nuclear weapons. By directing intense electromagnetic energy outward, it could give an asteroid a nudge to change its path, potentially preventing catastrophic impacts far more effectively than current methods. Beyond asteroid defense, the device is also pitched as a potential shield for military or civilian assets. For example, it could protect ships, satellites, or land-based systems against incoming missiles, space debris, or even solar storms that disrupt electronics. Because the electromagnetic field could be so strong, it might act like an invisible barrier that deflects or disrupts threats before they make contact. The patent also hints at much bigger implications, like tapping into vacuum energy, a theoretical, limitless energy source. While much of this is speculative and not yet demonstrated in practice, the usefulness of such a device, if it could be built and made to work, would be enormous for planetary defense and advanced defense systems. The ultimate question was if the electromagnetic field generator actually worked. For years, outside scientists dismissed the patent as pseudoscience, but the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division took it seriously enough to actually build experiments. Between October 2016 and September 2019, the Navy spent $508,000 testing the high-energy electromagnetic field generator. Roughly 90% of the money went to salaries, with the rest used for equipment, testing, and analysis. The results? The technology could not be proven. The experiments ended in 2019 without detecting any of the exotic energy fields described in the patent. In other words, after 3 years of effort, the Navy quietly confirmed the theory didn't work. No further research was carried out, and the project never transitioned to another government or civilian lab. The US Navy spent about $500,000 testing these unusual patents, but in the end, none of the ideas were proven to work or were further developed. Still, they remain a curious part of Navy research, sitting somewhere between bold imagination and high-tech science. Whether the patents were genuine attempts to break new ground or just a way to secure early claims on futuristic ideas, they show that the Navy was open to exploring possibilities far outside the norm, even if nothing came of it in practice. Creating videos that tackle important and sometimes sensitive topics like this requires the right atmosphere, and that's where Epidemic Sound comes in. They offer instant access to a massive library of high-quality, royalty-free music and sound effects, all completely covered. Ditch licensing headaches and deliver your message with confidence. Click the link below to ignite your videos with professional sound. Want more videos that explain what's really going on in the world of business? Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. Thanks again for showing love on our last video, and our favorite comment from that one goes to